I've sent you a link. You can click on the 2 pictures of the circuit.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm all of about 1 minute late, but we're here. And we're all happy.
She's live on YouTube.
Okay, let me go to my site. Anybody watching me? Whatever. D. All right. A couple things I want to address tonight. Nobody's watching, so I can talk all I want. I could even flash. I told you everybody I was going to be on Friday night. Ah, we got one. That's you, right, Tweeted?
I'm on yours, so I don't know.
Yeah, one watching. That's me. That's you.
Yay.
Yeah, my soup bowl with a handle for a coffee cup.
I'll soon get them in. I'm just going on the into website toolbox and change status on
All right, I'll do that. She's letting everybody know that we're online for good. Somebody made a comment earlier this morning. Oh, there's somebody else here. Welcome. Somebody had made a comment this morning about places that shall remain nameless, meaning other sites. I know who said that. I'm not going to bother you, find it out yourself. Because I saw that same name on that other site that shall remain nameless. And if you get around to putting 2 and 2 together, don't even bother asking them about it. We both left with less than pleasant thoughts. And that's one thing I always prided myself on because I know the kind of people who run that other site. They're vindictive. They will do anything to spy upon you to see if you're saying something naughty about them. I've never, ever, ever, and I made it a very great positive effort to say anything bad about them. We know, and anybody that's in the business world, you don't down the company you just left while you're applying for a new job. If you want a job, never burn your bridges behind you. I just left because I chose to leave, and that was the name of that tune. And I ain't going to say anything bad about them. That's just the way it is. So it's something to think about, and anybody that happens to be watching this later on, think about this. You don't want to have somebody talking bad about you after they finish meeting you. You meet somebody and they're very pleasant to your face, then they leave, and somebody's, do you see what they're wearing? Oh, that's terrible, blah, blah, blah. You don't feel good about it. Now, it's easy to say, well, they're an idiot, they don't know any better. But it just, don't talk bad about others. Not a good thing. I'm going to leave that there. There was another comment made by somebody Still thinking of her. And it was a very poignant story that they wrote. I know the feeling. Not exactly the way they described it, but I know that feeling of being highly invested in a person, their personality, their everything about them, and it just fell apart. But you just can never stop thinking of them occasionally. There's a person in my life, way back when, mid 60s. I I was madly infatuated in love, I thought, with her. I'd think of her occasionally, wonder how she is. Now we lost contact, and it was best that way. But I still think of her occasionally. Yeah, even me, I do think. And there was another lady. I was 21, she was 42. Fill in the blanks. Think Mrs. Robinson, but nobody was getting married. But oh, what a summer that was! What a summer that was! Fascinating. See, I've got no ghost here to come slime me with green stuff, so I can say what I want, give you any ideas you want. This is a totally different venue, but I'm not going to go into gory, graphic, lurid detail. Make up your own story. Now, here was something that really bugs me. March 31, the great Trans Day of Visibility. I don't get it. I just don't get it. We try so hard to pass, to blend in, and then we want to be out there leading the parade, say, I'm trans and I'm in your face loud and proud, you gotta be phased. Why? If I'm visible, I'm totally going against every precept of the initial outset I wanted to be. I grew up, I wanted to be a girl, just like any other girl. I am. I don't need to get out in front of a parade carrying the flaming torches and waving pitchforks and making everybody bow down and kowtow to me because I'm trans and you must blah. Phooey on that. I don't get the whole visibility business. Now, some people would say I'm a heretic for espousing this. Some people would say I'm all wrong. Because we have two camps. There are those who you got to get out there and show the world by example and let them know and be in their face. And how dare you go stealth? You know. Then there's those, again, the stealth was, and I hate that word. I go about my business, live my life as I wish, comfortable and secure in my own knowledge that I am me and everything is fine. I can't understand going through the psychological pain, physical pain and effort, expense of dressing, the makeup, the surgery, the works. You all know what I'm talking about. All that effort to be able to go out and stand in front of a crowd and look at me. Why did I do all this? So I could be normal just like anybody else. Yet I have to stigmatize myself in front of everybody just to prove a point. Duh. I don't get it. If somebody could explain the rationale of that to me, I would be happy. We just, it is an aggravating point. Dee Dee, welcome. Are you in agreement with me, Dee Dee, about this trans day of visibility and it's pointless? Because we go through the effort of being just like anybody else, and then we have to out ourselves. Why? Why be visible? What is it we wanted to be to begin with? Just like everybody else. Everybody else is invisible. That's what we want. Did we sign on to this to carry signs and picket places and all that? I don't think so. What do you think?
Mhm. Yeah, I've done it. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Number 3 that showed up here. Welcome. How are you this evening? The topics tonight, and if you have any comments to make or whatnot else, is places that shall remain anonymous, meaning other sites that we don't talk about. And what are your thoughts on them without mentioning any names? And somebody else made a comment today about, I still think of her. Is there a somebody, someplace, way back in the deep recesses of your mind that occasionally you wistfully look back and say, I never will forget old what's her name? What's his name? And you think of them for a few moments. Yeah, no stigma or restrictions. If you're out there, trans day of visibility with the other topic. Just why be visible? We just want to be by ourselves. We want to be alone. We want to be just like everybody else. I don't want to be different like everybody else and have people pointing fingers at me. I want to be the same, just like everybody else. Get up in the morning, put on my skirt, blouse, dress, whatever I'm wearing, and go on about my business. People say, good day, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. How you doing? That's all I want. I don't need to be standing out in front of a parade carrying some banner. That's my question, my statement. So this whole day of visibility, I think it's a pointless exercise, but that's me. That's just me. She's sitting over there. I'm going to look at the camera directly. So, give me some thoughts. Yeah, a little more. There. I should centerize me. I make up words as they go along. Centerize. What do I? Yeah, that will do it. I had some fun today with assembling logic boards on a form she printed out. Who knows the term helicoil? Anybody know what a helicoil is?
Yeah.
Are you number 3 watching?
Are you on there too? No?
If you hear some voices in the background, that's the voice of a good mate we have from the UK.
Oh.
It's a long, long story, but the bottom line is she's well known in the military electronics division, radar intercept, radio, and all that stuff. She's a Commodore. Could you walk down any street, anywhere, anytime, and be comfortable with yourself? Yes, I can. Walk down any street, anywhere, anytime, and be comfortable with myself. Yes, I can. Now, am I comfortable with some other people on that same street, depending on the day or time or place? Probably not. But that's places I'm not going to go. As in south side of Chicago, Rush Street, and down there. Nah, 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 nah. But I know what you mean, Dee Dee. General, anywhereville, Smallville, Springfield, whatever place, town, down Main Street, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. Just going from one store to the other or going from one place to the other. I got no problems with doing that because I feel good about myself. Isn't that what I want? Isn't that what anybody wants? Okay, I need some more input, people. I got all of 3 watching, and I'm a quarter of the way through this. No, we can do better. I know we can. The more I get 1 or 2 commenters, and that's good. But why do they have to carry the weight of the whole business? They shouldn't have to. Others can join in. Others can be a part of, not apart from. I know 1 person. I know 2 people who are watching. Steffi monitors in the background. Dee Dee is there to enjoy. Whoever number 3 is, speak up. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite. Not at all. Of course, they spilled some. I ate supper. Still trying to figure out the acceptance of my new town. College town with what is supposed to be a good LGBT atmosphere, yes. But you're an outsider. Y'all ain't from around these parts, are you, lady? Oh, that's one possibility. But are you LGBT enough for their likes? That's another sad reality fact of life. College campuses, college towns, who will have their free speech. But if your free speech doesn't agree with their free speech, you're the bad person. Because you might be aggressive speech to them because you said good morning in a very forceful way. Or they feel uncomfortable, so that's microaggression about you. Y'all have not spoken here. One of my they don't say. Okay, that's probably it because they don't say it, and you say y'all. I understand y'all, and if I'm talking to a group of people, and I say y'all, what do I have to precede that statement with? Is one word. All y'all, meaning every one of y'alls. I don't say y'alls. All y'all. That means everybody here. This strange way we have of speaking. But it's our way. Yeah, my soup bowl with a handle. I call it a coffee cup. Some people say it's bigger than that. They will welcome me to their parade, but not to their group because I think of the date, because I think of the age difference. Probably. Yeah, you can come to my LGBT, but we're going to ostracize you because you're an old person. Never trust anybody over 30. Do you remember that one? it's, I don't even try to look for acceptance from any college people. Because most of them are immature. They don't understand. They're going on pure emotion. And the, remember the 60s flower children? Oh, peace and love and flowers in my hair, blah, blah. And who are they now? They're the corporate executives who the new kids are saying are the greedy old buggers. How about well, no, you shouldn't trust anybody under 30. You're allowed to. Yeah, you're allowed to not trust anybody under 30. Lying little kids. Children. And let's see what else we wanted to speak of. That's pretty much all my thoughts for the night. Was places that remain anonymous. I'm sure we've all been to a site or two that the more you look back on it, the more you say, what did I expect in that place? What did I see in that? Why did I even waste my time? Mostly because you probably didn't know any better, like me. But we enjoyed ourselves at the time we were there. Now, I'm still only getting 3. So there's a third somebody just sitting there watching and looking. Participate. Join in. Say something. And not type in something. I had somebody the other night or the night before, whatever, I mentioned say something in their infinite brilliance. Put in the word something. Comments. The more comments you give me, the more I can respond back and talk and make this more interesting. So it's all incumbent upon my audience. You're the ones that help influence this. Really, you are. And if you don't influence it, it's going to get boring because I can run out of things to say real quick. And just look into the camera. And we have a 1 hour stare down. And that's not fun. It's not why I want to be here. I'm really trying with this. So, who's online there? Okay. And amazingly, that there are, okay, live stream now on. I mean, you can't miss that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I found MWB by going through sites that were total garbage and all sexual. Sure glad to be home. Tapping it off tonight. Yes. I, I kind of inadvertently found this myself. Somebody had recommended it, mentioned it on another site, which has since gone defunct. But it was interesting. So I said, okay, let's see what happens. And the more I got to liking it, and I've told the story a couple times that it it was in a Yahoo chat site. And Yahoo, in their infinite brilliance, decided to close it down. One of the mods at the time had a handwritten or hand noted or word processing noted list of addresses, email addresses. Mine happened to be on it. And they asked a bunch of people, hey, we're over here now. Do you want to join in? And a lot of them said, oh, sure, fine. So we did. And that kind of started me here. And one thing led to another. And the original owner made a comment to me one day about wanting to be a mod. Okay. And that was going good for a while. Then they explained to me that they had to leave for a long series of family-related problems, their wife and whatnot else, and they wanted to leave it in somewhat good hands, and I ended up with it. So I've always wanted to keep this place proper, polite, decent, because if they ever come back, for whatever reason, they'll find that they did not give it over to junk. And I did them proud for what I got. You know, I don't have much, but what little bit I have, I care for. And I guess that's what makes this place a bit unique, in that I don't put up with profanity, ideas, thoughts, innuendos, suggestiveness. It's not a dating site. So a lot of these things, I don't deal with it. So don't bother with it here. Go find another place. There's lots of them. And that makes it easy. People feel more comfortable. They know they're not going to be accosted verbally. They know they're not going to be put down for what they say or think. You know, as I say, this is a kind of a place with a grown-up theme. Men wearing bras. Okay, I get that. But it's not a fetish site. It's not a porn site. None of that. Yeah, we wear them for a reason. And as a result, need somebody to speak with about that. So that's why we have this site. We had one mod who, well, after she fully transitioned, she says, I'm no longer a man who wears a bra. Okay. And they wanted to leave, but they didn't feel right about it. I felt bad, but I wasn't going to claim indentured servitude on them and keep them around as a slave. Okay, go enjoy. But I'm going to keep your address just in case I do need to talk to somebody once in a great while for some expertise. I'll call you. That's the only reason. Now, myself, I'm now in the same situation, but I wasn't going to leave this site. I mean, I enjoy this place quite a lot. A lot of fun. Now, you think your typing is off. Yeah, it's like being home. this place. Yeah, if you're home, excuse me, oh my gosh. If you're home, you're comfortable, and if you're comfortable, that's really all that counts. There was a now I'm not getting religious. Understand that this is not mentioning religion, but there's a story that goes around about Saint Teresa, commonly called the Little Flower. Apparently, she was a very tiny thing. One day in chapel, she fell asleep. Well, you just know that Mother Superior called her aside and was reaming her out a good one. And have you anything to say for yourself? Type of question came out. And basically her answer was, if I feel comfortable in my Father's house, why shouldn't I be able to sleep? Which put her down. And, it's one of them stories that goes around. But that's what I like here. I want everybody to feel comfortable, safe, and able to say whatever they want within certain bounds of politeness. I missed the mod from New York who just disappeared. Yeah, and I don't know whatever happened to that particular person. I really don't, and I missed him too. He was okay. When he first came on, he was a bit, I don't want to say over the top. I'm not even going to say a bit forward. It's just out there, exuberant, and I had a chat with him, and he understood after that you don't have to be flamboyant. That's a good word I wanted to use. He wasn't really that, but he was it's the closest thing I can use as a definition. But after that, he was great and comfortable, and he understood. And I won't say over the top. He was right up there, though. I wouldn't, over the top would have been Liberace. And if you understand that, I'm telling you, you're telling me your age if you understand Liberace. But that's over the top. This particular person was up on the top. He wasn't over, but he was up there. And that's all right. He was a nice guy. I liked him. I really did. I wish he'd come back. I believe we still have his name on the list, just in case. But again, that's one of the things where people disappear, people reappear. I can't say why they do that. They just do. And as a result, we have to keep things fresh. Wish I could have been. I tried. I really tried once. I contacted him because I was going to be in the New York City area. And I contacted him and I said, hey. And it seemed to me his answer was like, yeah, that's nice, but not too much afraid, but he wouldn't have felt comfortable. I can't understand why, but he was actually a beautiful person. No, I don't know. I think he would have been a hoot. I did meet two people, Roberta and Allison, once. I was going to try to meet somebody when I was in the UK, but it just kind of never worked out. Is there anybody that lives in and around the Fresno area? I don't think 3 in the whole world. No, you don't count, Zeffy.
Huh? Never said anything.
No, but who else on that site lives in Fresno? That's you.
Uh-huh.
You're the only other one. I was hoping we'd all be invited to the beach house. Yeah, I remember the stories of that beach house. Some of them stories were rather a bit much. And frankly, I do believe that beach house did in fact exist. And that was not some figment of his imagination. Risque, you think? There's another word on that same vein of risque. Begins with an O. Orgy. Did I say that? That's okay. But that would be fun. And risque is good. I recall. No, I don't even want to talk about that. No. That's not a good place to talk. It was a house somebody owned way up in the northern part of New Hampshire. Does the term group rope mean anything? And I'm not going to go any farther than that. That was fun. But again, in my interesting younger days, it was fun. Interesting. That's a good word. I'm going to let it go with that. I noted the other day I'm up to 20 some subscribers. Woohoo! And that's interesting. But again, people watching at any one time, that's going to be slow. Would I want to have this thing go viral? I don't know if I even like it. That's another one of them overused words. In our youth, we acted first and thought about it later. Yeah? What do you mean in our youth? I still do that. Ask questions later. Look at it this way. It's much simpler to ask forgiveness than ask permission. Just go do it. And later on you find out that was not a good idea. Oops, I'm sorry. That's me. Perhaps I should not have done that. I don't want to have to. If I thought first, then acted, I'd do nothing. I'd have never done anything. Oh. No. I want to have my fun. Me too, but I have to own up to being a senior in body only. No. So what? You have to own up to it. Okay. Your body is not a spring chicken. Big deal. Growing old might be mandatory. Growing up is optional, and I don't ever want to grow up. I'm going to be having fun when they put me in my box. So there. If I had the ability to enjoy myself, I'm gonna. Forget the consequences later on. We'll figure that out when we get there, if there's any. I can't represent the new styles that they just doesn't look right. Yeah, okay. So perhaps you can't dress the way you would like to, and a mini skirt and support stockings probably don't go. Orthopedic shoes, support hose, and mini skirt, and a back brace. Now, I get it. I get it. Oh, and using a cane or a walker in a mini skirt. I get it. But you can still have an attitude of enjoyment, doing what you wish, as you wish, when you wish. Because once you reach a certain age, you're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to be a little bit dodgy, senile. And that's okay. That's quite all right. I'm learning to take advantage of some of the oddities, the advantages of seniorness. Sundress with crinolines, yeah, perhaps. But there's nothing wrong with a pair of capris and a t-shirt. I I enjoy myself too much to concern myself with the idea that, oh my God, what'll they think of me? Is what I think of them thinking about me. I don't care. It feels good. I like it in my mind. Well, if you're not going anyplace in public to subject yourself to ridicule, what's wrong with wearing it? And if you don't mind ridicule, wear it anyhow. Oh, anybody wants to take a screenshot? Here's my credit card. Now, wind that back and try to get all the numbers off it. Oh, 4 watching. Who was the 4th one that just came on? Good evening. Good evening. I'm glad you're here. It's amazing. We have another one watching. Subjects of tonight. Trans Day of Visibility, your opinion. People in your past life that you still think about. Be it emotional, be it a real deep love abiding, or just somebody you met once in passing and walked the runway in front of my patio window. Yeah. Been there like that myself. And if you've ever, for you number 4 that came in, if you've ever been to a site that you were probably a member of or had joined and then realized afterwards that, ew, why am I even here? And so you leave there. Don't name them. I don't want to even know their names, but if you've been in a place like that, just let me know, yes or no, just for fun of it. Also, it's just a subject to bring up. Now, I'm sure you can hear me. I know you can because you've been, Dee Dee's been listening to me. The other 3, I hope, are there. No, I'm glad you're here, number 4. A little bit late, but you made it. Who's in chat? 9 of them. And of course, nobody. They're all in chat. Bellyache, and probably that I don't have a good place. We gotta. I'm getting. I don't want to say I'm getting disheartened with this. not where I want to be yet. I was hoping I would have more people by now, but I'm going to plug at this for a bit. I really am. Let them get the feel so they know we aren't going to bite. Yeah, okay, I'm going to let them get a feel. Yeah, I'm so glad, Dee Dee, that you're hanging out with me like this. Well, gee, how many? What's the world population? 7 billion, something like that. 2 out of 7 billion. We get ways to go. I've thought that if I get 100 subscribers and in any one night watching me, I get 20, I'll be happy as a clam. Oh, I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to go for a month, see what happens. Now, don't worry about that. I'm going to give it till the 1st of June. No, 1st of May. They give me all of April to work through it. I've got pretty much all the bugs worked out now. So if I haven't progressed much more than what we've got in the next month, I'm going to find that it's probably shoveling sand against the incoming tide, for want of a word, for want of a statement or description. But we're not going to bail on it this soon, okay? So don't fret over that. What else we got going here? Okay, we're getting down toward the wire. We got all of 13 minutes left, but 12 minutes and a half. But we're going to keep going and plug it along till we come up with. Maybe we'll get something going. But there's two, let's see. Dee Dee and Steffi, I know are here. Then there's two others.
No, I'm not.
You're not on? Oh. Well, then there's Dee Dee and then three others. Okay, you are the three. Up and at 'em. You got a keyboard in front of you? Go. Jump out there and make a comment. Because really, as I say, your input helps make this site work a little better, this chat. I don't care who you are. If you're worried about, oh my goodness, somebody will see my name. Yeah, and it's not going to go any farther than this. I'm not going to blackmail you. Because right now, I see Dee Dee's name. I would have no way of being able to tell you anything about that person. I just know that Dee Dee. Because they mentioned, we know Steph is there, but it's not unusual to not see her. Yeah, but she's not on tonight. Because she's busy doing something else and is, like I say, talking and chatting with the Commodore. Yeah, it's a long story how we met her, but I guess we'd known her about 4 or 5 months before the subject. What do you do for a living?
I've probably known her for about 25 years. We just didn't know it.
And that's a really funny story. Both of them are from the UK. Apparently, in Steph's younger days, being a messenger, courier, delivery driver, whatnot else, the more they got to talking about places that the Commodore was at and that Steffi had been, they'd cross paths a number of times, but that was then, and they didn't realize that they would become friends in the long run. Stranger things have happened. but we had known this person for, I can say, about a month, month and a half or more, and somewhere the subject came up of, what do you do for a living or something like that. I can't remember how it came about. Oh, I'm in the military. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I work in electronics. And the more we talked, and one day made a comment about, yeah, I'm a Commodore. In passing, it was no big deal. I'm like, cool. But it's an interesting thing. But she's just an old, long-time friend now of ours. And we've had her out here to our house a couple times. And it's quite good. He's a real sweetheart of a person. 9 minutes, and we're going to have to leave. You other three, come on. Pop in there. Make a comment. I didn't want to get into politics, which is what politics was on the... I call that Trans Day Visibility Politics. So I didn't make any comment about it on the site. Now, like I say, I don't understand the whole rationale of it. You want to be a woman just like anybody else. Yet now you want to get out there and jump and be everybody's face. And wonder why people are yelling it back at you. Honey, you ain't hogging the show at all. You're keeping me going. Really, you just say all you want. I can answer a lot faster than people think. If I get 5 or 6 questions going all at once, I can address everything. You're keeping it going, and that helps. Really, really it helps. Because without your help, yeah, I can flap my gums quite a lot, but an hour of straight out flapping without, and not having any script. This was my script for the night. A couple notes on a piece of paper. As things come up during the course of the day, I write it down and think, yeah, that's something to think about. But Trans Day of Visibility. That's one of them things that could almost begin to aggravate me. You lose sight of it. Yeah, I've been to pride parades, and frankly, I found them embarrassing more than anything. I get the idea of showing people in a particular town, city, community, whatever, yeah, there's more of us here than you would think. And that's, if you get me started on current politics, be excommunicated from MW. Yeah, I know, yeah, you would be. No, that's why I'm not going to even, that's why I stay away from that. I don't know what that comment was, but it's probably way too much anyway.
Let's talk about flapping your gums. That's because you got false teeth. They wait till they flap all the time.
Pride parades. I've been to a couple, but it's those over-the-top people that are just obnoxiously displaying certain actions and parts that just should best be done behind doors. So what is she going to do? Come on, just in time to sign off? Who, Steffi? Hey, Phyliss, Hope you and Steffi are well. Yay! There's another one. Our Commodore.
Huh? You bitch, Anna. I thought a Commodore was a fucking bird.
That's Condor.
Oh, same shit.
Condors are buzzards. They eat dead stuff.
So I used to have to report every week to the base commander secretary. We called her Ronnie Corbett. Yeah. That's what she looked like. Even had the
Now,
glasses.
okay, all right. We can stop with the insults while I'm online.
That's a good insult, and she's probably retired or dead by now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Things I have to put up with. I
Go on, Anna. Give a shit.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, Hannah doesn't belong to MWB, but
Yeah, she does.
she does.
She's a member. You approved her.
Oh, I did not realize that. Okay, she's a member. That shows you how much I remember.
She's the only person I know who's gone in for breast reduction. It's like, yeah, have some.
Yeah, which is kind of strange. We got people in here who are just dying to have bigger. She went in, had to be made smaller. No, she's not. Wait, Hannah Lou is the one? That how she's in there? Yep. Okay, by Hannah Lou.
Oh, people went searching.
Ah, and that's her in her dress uniform.
Looking like a slut.
And you can see a chest full of medals there.
I tell you what she looks like there. An escort.
No, she's not an escort.
She looks like one.
But Hannah Lou is... Yeah, it's Hannah Lou.
Problem is, you can take a photo any way you wanted at a military base. The walls are either white or cream.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like a mangy green.
Yeah, the green, yeah, but the cream is that in the American Navy, that's called Navajo white or bone white.
Yeah, well, if I was in charge, I'd have them all pink. Everyone's off is pink.
Ah,
You could have a neon pink frigate. That'd look cool.
there was a pink submarine once.
Yeah, there was a yellow one as well.
Oh, no, no. No, no, no. We're going to call it off only because, well, now we get 5. Well, that was Hannah that joined in over the 4. And I'm going to have to say that it's pretty much before the bell tolls, I will say goodnight. Sometimes you sign it before you get the chance. Okay. Well, it's one of them things I've always, any chat site or what else, you run into people who, well, I got to go, and then a half an hour later, they're still yapping and talking about something, saying they got to go. To me, it's, I got to go. Good day. Goodbye. Poof. I'm gone. And that's all there is. That's all there is to it. But my hour is up. And I've rattled on long enough.
Every time you say that, you remind me of that frigging circus man you went to see. He was shaving a bit of wood.
She just reminded me. One more story for the night.
it reminds me.
I was, 9, 10, 11, something like that. I can't remember exactly. The traveling circus come to town. So I made sure that I did all my chores for the week, and I had my allowance, and I begged a little bit more, and I did everything I could to have some money to spend at the circus.
Take them off and you get black
Well,
screen.
Any traveling circus back in them days always had a sideshow of one thing or another. And they had world champion Whittler. And the Barker was out there telling everybody to come see the world champion Whittler. And they had a bunch of displays, varying carved items. You thought, ooh, I'm going to learn the secrets of the world champion Whittler. Okay, so I go in. I pays my whole 25 cents. Big money. I get there, and there's this guy talking, and, well, we'll tell you all about this, blah, blah, blah. They pull the curtain back, and there's this old guy sitting on a barrel, a couple of stacks of hay around him. He's got a stick in his hand, a jackknife, and he's chewing on a piece of straw. He's Willie making chips on the floor. And the Barker, Mr. Whittler, tell us some of your secrets of being a champion whittler. Well, how do you get there? And he picked up the stick, and he's shaving a few. When you whittle, you always whittle away. The guy closed the curtain. Well, now you know how to do it there, ladies and gentlemen. Next case, everybody out that door. Rip-off. Absolute total rip-off. When you whittle, you always whittle away. I'll never forget that. Just how to know that you just been had. That's as bad as Barnum with showing the giant egress. Everybody paid their 10 cents to see the giant egress. Out the door they went, and they were gone. Same idea. Good night, all. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it. Hope to see you again. I'm going to try very hard to be here tomorrow night. Same time, same station. Okay? So, good night, all. And I appreciate what you've done for me to be here. Thank you very much.